Welcome to the 44th annual Slinger Nationals. We are here live from Slinger Super Speedway on the beginning of a glorious night of racing as we see some of our past champions. Let's take a look at our pole app.
And earlier today, Luke Fenhaus captured the pole, and we'll see if he can get his second win here at the prestigious Slinger Nationals as he won before in 2021. Before we get into that, let's go ahead with our track facts. Its layout is a high-banked oval, and the length is a quarter mile. Surface is asphalt, and it was built in 1948 as a dirt track, but then paved in 1974, and it holds 10,000 fans.
Now let's take a look at our starting lineup for the last chance feature. The number 53 of Cole Butcher and the 4 of Eric Jones are in row number 1.
Row number 2 is Jake Finch and Daniel Dye, and then row 3 is Stephen Nassy, Casey Roderick.
And row number 4 is the 78 of Corey Heim and the 81 of Jet Nolan. The top 6 will make the feature here for the Slinger Nationals. That means 2 will be eliminated. 5 laps to determine the starting lineup. Let's get to it.
Cole Butcher leads the field into turn 1, but Eric Jones not going to let him get away so easily.
They're hanging tough on the outside, but Cole Butcher now starts to creep ahead. He's going to lead lap number 1. Jake Finch looks to the inside. Cole Butcher going to stay alive, and now that looks like the inside line's momentum may have slowed a bit. Eric Jones going to creep around on the outside. Take a look at that last chance position. Jet Nolan and Casey Roderick going after it.
It's like the action at the front of the field has fizzled out a bit, but there's still plenty of action around at the back near that transfer spot. 2 to go here as we hit the line. Cole Butcher is still in front.
And now Cole Butcher going to lead the field into turns 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag. 1 more lap remaining. Daniel Dye holding on to that last transfer spot. Corey Heim is there. He's going to make a look to the inside. Cole Butcher still with the lead. Oh, he slides. Eric Jones going to get to the inside. Eric Jones will win your transfer race. And unfortunately for Corey Heim and the 25 of Casey Roderick, they will be eliminated. Daniel Dye barely sneaks in. Cole Butcher at the end of that race, I don't know if he got loose and checked up and Jones got into him. That appears to be what happened. He slid up and Eric Jones crossed the line first. He will win the transfer spot. That's going to be one more position that he starts ahead in the feature, as we will now take a look at your finishing order.
First, obviously, the 4 car of Eric Jones. Second is going to be Cole Butcher. Finishing third, 51 of Jake Finch. And then fourth is going to be the 51 of Stephen Nassy. Finishing fifth is the 81 of Jet Nolan. And the final car to transfer, the 43 of Daniel Dye. The 2 cars not to make it into the show, 78 of Corey Heim and the 25 of Casey Roderick.
As now we will be seeing cars lining up on the front straightaway for tonight's festivities. The national anthem is about to be sung, but before that, let's take a look at your race info for the 44th annual Slinger Nationals.
Fast time obviously held by Luke Fenhaus.
Our competition caution for tonight's event will come on lap number 10. It's a 20-lap race. The car count is 18. And your defending winner, NASCAR Cup Series regular William Byron. As now the PMF Landscape School Bus takes the drivers out onto the track as an annual tradition. All drivers in the truck, the final lap they will be taking before they strap in for a grueling 20 laps around the world's fastest quarter mile. After that amazing display of American patriotism, let's take a look at your starting lineup.
Starting 18th in the Ben Kennedy Racing 43, it's Daniel Dye. In the Nancy Campton Racing 81, it's Jet Nolan. In the Deep South Cranes 51, it's Stephen Nassy. Starting 15th in the Phoenix Construction 51 is Jake Finch. Starting 15th in the Atlantic Tilt Lobe 53, it's Cole Butcher. Winner of our last chance race, rolling off 13th in the Cirque Motorsports 4, it's Eric Jones. Our fast time qualifier in the Dunright Exteriors 4, 2021 champ Luke Fenhaus. Starting 11th in the Mobile 121, it's Jesse Love. In our top 10, the Rowdy Energy 51, 2011 champ Kyle Busch. Starting 9th, 2-time champion in the iRacing 91, it's Ty Majeski. Starting 8th in the Phoenix Construction 9, 2020 NASCAR Cup Series champion Chase Elliott. Defending winner in the Exalta 24, rolling off 7th is William Byron. 6th in the Hogan Farms number 5, it's Casey Johnson. In our top 5 in the TMC 22, it's Sammy Smith. 2017 winner in the TM Ranch 26, it's Bubba Pollard. 8-time winner in the Super Seal 8, starting third, Matt Kenseth. 2022 Snowball Derby champ in the Tool Shack 43 is Derek Thorne, and our 2021 Snowball Derby champion in the Quick Tie 26, it's Chandler Smith. The cars are rolling off the grid as we inch ever so closer to racing here in the 44th annual Slinger Nationals.
And now get ready to witness one of the most miraculous sights in all of motorsports, the 4-wide salute to the fans at the 44th annual Slinger Nationals.
Pace car is off. Let's get ready to go racing.
The green flag is out and we're on our way in Slinger. Chandler Smith and Derek Thorne lead us into turn number 1. 18 cars thundering down a quarter-mile speedway. Chandler Smith at the front. He's going to lead the first lap. Thorne still hanging tough on the outside.
Now it looks like Thorne's going to get tucked into that second spot here and try and chase down Smith again to see what can happen. But some good battling back through the field as Chandler Smith leads him into lap 3.
Matt Kenseth taking a look to the inside of Derek Thorne. He's got experience at this track, and he's going to use it to propel himself into that second position. He now sets his sights on Chandler Smith. Bubba Pollard going to slide into third as well. That's going to drop Thorne back to fourth.
Now Chandler Smith looks to strengthen his lead here as we head on to lap 5. And Casey Johnson now looking to the inside of Derek Thorne for fourth. As we see the field run through the start-finish line and off into turn 3. Elliott now also through on Thorne. Thorne really looks to be fading as, we've got a spin.
It's going to collect Derek Thorne at the end as well. We thought it was over. It was between Bubba Pollard and Casey Johnson, and Derek Thorne gets collected at the end. It goes from bad to worse as the NBR safety crew arrives at the scene. Bubba Pollard going to slowly start to make his way around. Red flag is out on the speedway. As we can see, I don't know if Bubba chopped down or the 5 sent it too hard. It's difficult to tell by that angle. And Derek Thorne, nowhere to go. He just pops it over the front of Casey Johnson. You can see that nose is tore off on Johnson's car. And Derek Thorne headed back into the pit. Such a promising start to this race. But then it slowly started to fade away and got from bad to worse. As he heads down to the pit lane, we are going to be seeing the red flag conditions lifted here. Hopefully the damage to Johnson's car. As we now see the yellow come out, pace car pulls away again. Let's take a look at our biggest movers so far.
Right now, Luke Fettenhouse is the biggest at plus 6 spots, and then Chase Elliott up 5. Majeski and Jake Finch both are up 4 apiece.
As we now come to the choose cone rule here at Slinger Super Speedway, Chase Elliott to the inside, William Byron on the outside in row 2. Everyone pretty much going piece for piece. Cole Butcher, the odd man out. He's going to go to that inside lane there. As Bubba Pollard made his way back onto the track, and he is going to rejoin the field. Taking one more caution lap as they get their debris taken away. We are back, green flag racing. Chandler Smith, who has dominated the race so far, going to have one more lap before they come to the competition caution. Smith leads us around, and the caution flag will wave. So, now coming to the running order at the end of that first half of the race, as teams will be able to make their adjustments. You can see the whole top 10. Chandler Smith, the dominant car so far. Can anybody bring it to him? Luke Fenhouse already up to 6. Will he be able to take the fight to Chandler Smith?
Now the cars head off the track, looking to get some 4 tires and some fuel to make it to the end here. Also, thinking of any adjustments they might make. It's a challenge for our leader here. So we see them all making adjustments and getting those tires changed. And it looks like William Byron will be the first to finish his service, and he will come around turns 3 and 4 out onto the front stretch behind the pace car and wait for the rest of the field to join him. So we got a few other cars finishing up service.
As just a reminder, this was a mandatory pit stop. It's time. There are no points or positions changed. as we will be coming to the choose cone this time. Going to go back green flag racing for what could be our final green flag stint. So now cars getting themselves sorted out. We are about to see the green flag dropped once again. Let's get ready to go racing. And we will have 7 laps to go across the stripe. Back racing, Matt Kenseth and Chandler Smith lead us to the green.
As Matt Kenseth slips up out of 2, Elliott to the inside, and he's going to get moved up the track even more in turn 3 and plummet down the running order, as that's going to vault Chase Elliott up to the 2nd spot, as we will get 15 to go as they hit the line here. Chandler Smith, though, still looking untouchable at the front.
Lap 16 out of 20. Chandler Smith down the backstretch, but being hounded by Chase Elliott. Where will Chase Elliott make his move? It appears it's right now. Side by side for the race lead for the first time all day other than the restarts. This has been the only time Chandler Smith has been contested, and it's coming at the worst moment for him. Chase Elliott looking to pounce on a Slinger Nationals victory. William Byron waiting in the wings. Which one of these two will slip up first? Coming to 2 laps to go. Chandler Smith still holding tight on the outside, but Elliott's starting to inch ahead. Elliott now with a decent nose ahead into turns 3 and 4, and he's going to clear him onto the front stretch. White flag. William Byron looking to the inside. Byron. Oh, Elliott got loose. There's contact. There's a tire. Tire is blown on a higher end. They're side by side for the checkers, and Ty Majeski steals it across the line. What a finish. Chase Elliott had the lead. He slipped up, the pressure mounting the whole final 2 laps. He was being hounded by that 24. He slips up. There's contact. Right there, you can see the tire already smoking. That tire was down from the get-go. That race fell perfectly into the Wisconsin native Ty Majeski's hands.
And let's look at another replay of that. Yeah, Byron with just nowhere to go. And a huge impact for both of those drivers. As Majeski comes to take the checkered flag, and he's going to turn around and do a Polish victory lap in honor of the late Alan Kowicki. Let's get into our finishing results. Ty Majeski, obviously our winner. Chandler Smith coming home 2nd. Quick qualifier. Luke Fenhouse transfers 12th starting spot to 3rd place finish. Kyle Busch finishing 4th. Sammy Smith 5th. Jesse Love 6th. Matt Kenseth 7th. Jake Finch coming home 8th. Eric Jones 9th. Cole Butcher rounds out our top 10. Steven Nasse is going to finish 11th. Daniel Dye finishing 12th. Jet Nolan finishing 13th. Bubba Pollard, who was involved in that lap 6 wreck, brings it home 14th. William Byron and Chase Elliott coming home 15th and 16th after being involved in that turn 3 incident. And then also in our lap 6 wreck, Derek Thorne and Casey Johnson bring it home 17th and 18th. Thank you for joining us as Ty Majeski celebrates in victory lane with fireworks going on in the background. And now the 44th annual Slinger Nationals is in the books as Ty Majeski takes home the win.